Hey, it's Navaratri. Yes, 9 days wherein we play Garba, dance round and round, eat lot of sweets, pray a lot. This is a festival where we celebrate the end of bad things, the victory of good things over the bad. Yeah, some people say it is the celebration of victory of King Rama over the bad King Ravana. And some people say it is the day when Mother Durga killed Mahisha Demon. Now, do you know this story? Come on, let's listen to the story. Long time ago, in the underworld, that is the world under the ground, there was a king called Vidyunmali. Now, this king was a very good king. Okay, now in the heavens, there was a Apsara known as Malini. She wanted to do meditation, so she comes down to earth. When she starts meditating, people around her, the animals around her were getting distracted. So she thought of changing of her form into a buffalo, into a she buffalo. So she transformed herself into a she buffalo and started meditating. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This she buffalo was seen by Vidyunmali, who was just passing through that forest. He immediately falls in love with this she buffalo, and because of this love, a demon who could change his form to a buffalo was born. This demon boy had the capacity to change himself into a buffalo whenever he wished for. Vidyunmali, along with Malini and his newborn son, go back to Patala and have a very peaceful life. One day, Vidyunmali decides to attack heaven and become Indra as his powers were growing. Vidyunmali goes off to heaven. In some days, Malini gets the news about the death of Vidyunmali. It was not a death during the war, but instead Vidyunmali was deceived and attacked from the back and stabbed from the back and killed. Malini could not contain her sorrow. She grieved, she cried, she grieved and she cried. She called out for her son who was studying in a far off place. Our Mahishasura, the demon who could change his form to a Mahisha being the buffalo, rushes to his mother's cry. He says, "Mother, do not cry in front of me. What has made you grieve so much?" Malini narrates the whole story, wherein Mahishasura's father was deceived and killed by Devas. Enraged with the feeling of revenge, Mahishasura decides that he is immediately going to attack the Devas and kill the Devas. But Malini tells him a better idea. She says, perform penance, perform meditation, get a boon from Brahma so that you can win over the Devas. Devas have Vishnu on their side, and Vishnu has lot many weapons which can kill us. Taking the mother's advice, Mahishasura performs penance for many years. After so many years, Brahma appears in front of Mahishasura. Brahma says that he was very happy with the penance which Mahishasura has performed and he could ask for a boon. The first thing which Mahishasura asks for is immortality. That is, no death. He should never die and remain like this forever. Brahma smiles and says, anything which is born on this earth has to die, maybe today or tomorrow. So, immortality is something which cannot be achieved. Mahishasura thinks for a while and then asks for a boon, for a special boon, that no man in this universe must be able to either defeat him or kill him. Mahishasura had in his thoughts that a woman can never be so strong to defeat him. Brahma smiles and grants him the boon, says Tatasthu. Now our Mahishasura is full with power, full with arrogance, full with the strength and full with attitude that nobody can harm him in any ways. The first thing he does is comes out of Patala, that is underground, and attacks the world on the earth, kills all the kings on the earth and takes charge of the earth. There is cruelty all the way and earth starts crying. The next thing in his plan was to attack the heavens. He sets his army up and attacks the heaven in no time. Because of his boon that no man can either defeat him or kill him, Devas can do nothing in front of him. They fall off as the pack of cards and they run off from heaven. First, they go to Brahma's place and beg him for some solution. Brahma says, I am the giver. I do not know the solution. Let us go to Vishnu. Devas and Brahma go to Vishnu. As usual, our little Vishnu gives a smile and takes them to Ishvara. Brahma, Vishnu and Ishvara discuss among them and then they decide Parvati is the best person to get Mahishasura an end. They give her all their powers and thus Durga is born. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, all three of them give their individual powers to Parvati, thus making Durga a very powerful woman in the whole of universe. Durga comes down to earth and waits for Mahishasura in a forest. Mahishasura comes down and calls for a duel. Looking at Durga, he realizes that his end is near, but he does not want to give up so easily. There is a fierce battle between Durga and Mahishasura which goes on for 15 days where various weapons are used, starting from a humble sword to a mighty sword that could kill thousands of people at one stretch. At the end of 15th day, Mother Durga chops off the head of Mahishasura and holds the buffalo head in her hand, thus ending a great episode of evil on earth. This day when Mahishasura was killed is celebrated as Mahalaya. The next 9 days after Mahalaya, Ma Durga is prayed and worshipped and thanked for establishing the Dharma back on earth. Various forms of Durga like Katyayani, etc., are worshipped during the 9 days. Devi, seen as the goddess of wealth, goddess of knowledge, is also worshipped in these 9 days. Symbolically, these 9 days depict the end of ignorance and the birth of knowledge. Mahishasura denotes ignorance. Mahisha being a buffalo and a lazy fellow, all the negative attributes can be associated with him, which our Mother Durga shows off, sense of bringing the light of knowledge. You all have a very, very happy Navaratri, and remember to show off your ignorance with the light of knowledge. Thank you.